Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'll be working with the Patch Merge tool more carefully. Let's begin with a new sketch. Now activate the Rectangle tool, and something like this. Stop sketch, and let's right-click on the region, select Extrude. And I'll just drag the handle. OK. And let's click OK. Next, I'm going to create a fillet. First, I'll select the edges to which I'll apply the fillet, then right-click and select the tool. Next, we enter the radius value or just drag the handle. 10 millimeters. Next, let's select this face, and I'll delete it, and then we'll learn how to patch the hole. All right, here's our hole. Let's bring up the Patch Merge tool. Notice that chaining is toggled on. Let's select one of the edges of the fillet, and here is the result of the patch. Let's click OK. Note that a solid wasn't created since we have two separate surfaces. OK, let's undo that patch. Now let me shift select these three faces, and I'll delete them also. Activate the Patch Merge tool again. Let's select an edge. Because chaining is active, all of the adjacent edges are selected. And let's click OK. What we've done is replace three faces with a single face. However, you can see that the geometry is different. The surface curvature isn't the same. Let's undo that, and let's try to patch the hole in a different way. I'm going to create a support plane first. We'll do it by 2 points. Here's my first point. And here's my second point, and point number 3. There's my new plane. Let's create a sketch on the new plane. Activate the Project Geometry tool. We'll project this point, and point number 3. Now let's bring in the Draw tool. We'll create a closed profile, a triangle, and stop the sketch. Activate the Patch tool. Let's toggle chaining off. Now we'll select the edges to patch. We select them manually if chaining is off. And let's click OK. Let's make sketch 2 visible. Activate the Patch tool again. Unselect chaining. Now select the edges to patch. And click OK. We'll do that again. Click OK. Last one, unselect chaining. Select the edges to patch. And this curved edge. And click OK. And here's our patch. As you can see, the surface curvature looks quite a bit different than in my previous example. Since we have some straight lines here, it's easy to do patchwork. There's no gaps between the surfaces. I can even stitch these surfaces together without flipping them inside out. Let's try it out. Activate the Stitch command. Now press down Ctrl on your keyboard, and then use a window selection from right to left. And let's click OK. Inventor was able to create the solid. I have the node in the browser tree here. Let's undo that, and let's learn how else we can patch these gaps. Let's create some more support geometry. We'll create a plane by 2 axes. This edge and this edge will be my axes. Now right-click, New Sketch. Activate Project Geometry, and we'll project this edge. And exit our sketch. Click on Stop Sketch. Let's insert another support plane, this time by point and axis. Select this edge and this point. Now right-click on my plane and select New Sketch. Activate Project Geometry. We'll project this point and this point. And now let's bring in a 3-point arc. First point, second point, and third point. Escape to exit the tool. Let's select the arc. Select the Measure tool. And let's select this edge. And let's stop the sketch. I'm going to create one more support plane. It'll be by 3 points. First point, second point, and here's my third point. Now let's insert a sketch on this new plane. Activate the Project Geometry tool. And I'll select this edge here to project, and this edge. Now let's bring in the Draw tool. Escape to exit the tool. Let's shift select the line here and the second line, and we'll apply a collinear constraint. Let's do it again. Activate the Fillet command now. I'll select these two lines. For the radius, let's input 10 millimeters, enter, and click OK. And exit the sketch. Let's activate the Patch tool again. Chaining is unselected. Let's select our edges, and let's click OK. Let's activate the Patch tool again. Select the edges. Chaining is selected this time. Let's select this face as well, and click OK. And now let's stitch these surfaces together. We'll do a Control Window Select, right to left, and click OK. And here is our solid. And this concludes our tutorial about the Patch Merge tool in Inventor Fusion.